Hello everybody and welcome to TradeStation's Market Review. My name's Simon Clarke from Trade with Precision, and I'll be discussing a general review of some of the most interesting markets and trends that I'm interested in right now. Now let's take a quick look at the markets that I was discussing last week and give an update on what's been happening. So if we take a look at the mini Dow future, this is the YM contract. This market on these higher time frames been in a very strong bullish uptrend, as we can see here on the monthly and the weekly time frames. On the daily time frame, last week the market had just broken out of this resistance level around the 18,100 level, and it had broken out up here, and what I was looking for was a bit of a pullback in price action because it was such a strong level and the market was looking a little overextended at the time. I was looking for a bit of a pullback in price, possibly back to 18,100. In fact, what happened last week was the market continued to move higher for a couple of days, but now we've started to get that pullback in price action. I still like 18,100 as a potential decision point here in the markets because this level also happens now to cluster with the zone here in between the 10 and the 20 period moving average. So pulling back anywhere back in here to this area, this region, I'm starting to look for opportunities long, starting to see whether there's evidence of this uptrend continuing. In fact, if we come down to the 240 chart, we can see on the 240 chart, if I just zoom out, that there are a number of significant support and resistance structures underneath current price action. So we've got 18,100, 18,000 and 17,900 too. So any one of these I'm looking as price sort of starts to pull back into these areas, looking for opportunities or evidence that the uptrend on those higher time frames is prevailing. So each one of these I'm considering as potential decision points in the market. Let's take a look at the next one, and crude oil. Now crude oil, last week I was cautious on crude oil because this lovely uptrend that we had here on the daily had just put in a lower high. In fact, since then the market has now moved down. It's broken below the 59 level, which I was looking at being fairly significant on the lower time frames, and now the daily chart is now in a downtrend. We've got a lower high here, a lower low, and a lower high again, and the market's just coming back up to 59 again. So my bias here on crude oil has changed to the short side, certainly for the shorter term, and looking for opportunities short. So if we come down to the 4-hour time frame, I've got the 59 level marked in here. In fact, I was looking last week at 59 and 63 up here as being the key market structures. We can see 59 is broken, but now the market's come back and retesting and finding support here at 59 again. But the context of the trend, of course, we can see here on this time frame, as indeed on the daily time frame, is still short, and we've still got some very nice lower highs here too. So we can see how many times 59 has been tested. I still like this market sort of short at this moment in time, but I think if we get a break underneath 59, I'll look for the next market structure levels, and I think the next one that we have here is around sort of 57, where we've had resistance and support again. Below 57, I think we're coming down here towards 52.50. So looking for opportunities as the market breaks these levels and sort of trading opportunities in between them. The next one was soybean meal, and if we take a look at soybean meal, the key level that I was looking at on this market was the 308 level. You know, if I look at this on the daily, we can see that we're in a downtrend, moving averages all in the right order, and the market had broken underneath 308. In fact, what I was talking about was potentially the market finding a lower high around the 308 level again, which also happened to cluster with the moving average zone there, and that's exactly what's happened there on the daily. So if we come down to the 4-hour time frame again, we can see the 308 level here. In fact, if I just start to mark some other levels in here, you can start to see other levels that the market is also putting in around sort of 302, 303, where the market's sort of finding support again. Certainly we're in the context of a downtrend here. We've got lower highs and lower lows, and certainly like this market short underneath these levels. So again, looking for continued shorting opportunities here on soybean meal. Now let's take a look at one new one here and look at dollar yen. Now dollar yen has recently just broken out above a sideways sort of structure here that it's been in for some time. If we look here at the weekly chart, we can see got a couple of levels marked in here, 118, 121, where the market has now sort of broken out quite nicely last week, and we've got a continuation on this week too. So if we just look at the context of this back in time, we can see this market tends to do this. We've got sideways consolidation, big powerful moves, sideways consolidation, big powerful move, sideways consolidation, big powerful move, and we're starting to get a breakout again now. So here on dollar yen, we can see on the daily chart here, very nice healthy move to the long side here, moving averages in the right order, nicely broken out above 121,000. And the question is where to look for trading opportunities. I mean, for me, I would like to see a bit of a pullback in price action before looking for opportunities. So I'm coming down to these lower time frames to look for potential areas to for markets to pull back to. So here on the 4-hour time frame, I've got the 121 level marked in there, but if I just zoom out slightly, there's another level in here around 121,500, which sort of clusters with these old highs over here. Also, it's been support and resistance in the recent structure of the trend here on the 4-hour time frame. That's quite a big pullback in price action to get back to this area, but it also happens to be in the moving averages. So it's this type of pullback that I'm looking for on this market. At some point it will pull back, and that's where I'm looking for entry opportunities to trade this market long. Okay, so let me just tell you about the webinar that we're running this week. If you come across to the TradeStation International website, tradestationinternational.com, that is, come and select on the webinars tab and then on live webinars. If you then cycle through to the current webinar, which is on the 3rd of June, that's next week on the 3rd of June, we've got day trading the index futures, and you can select on this to find out more information about it. On this webinar, we're going to be looking at techniques that traders can use to trade the intraday trade the index futures. It's a free webinar to join, and all you need to do is to come in here, fill in your details, you can register and come and join us on that webinar. Okay, so look forward to speaking to you on the webinar, and look forward to speaking to you next week as well. Bye for now.